So I wanted to make this video about phone addictions, how your phone is ruining your life. Your ma used to always say, it's the damn phones. It 100% is the damn phones. I want to talk about time. So first of all, check your screen time. How many hours are you spending on your phone per day? I think you'll be shocked to see. And even just 4 hours a day is a whole day a week. So if you spend more than 4 hours on your phone a day, you're basically ticking off a full day per week. I don't know what the maths is on that per year of days you're wasting. I'll add it onto the screen and see, so you can think about that. And people's screen times are way higher than that. Like even mine, I'm shocked sometimes when I look at mine because I'm like, there's no way I spent that long on my phone. It's sometimes 7 or 8 hours per day. Like a lot of it could be to do with work and business, but still that is 7 or 8 hours, which is basically half of your day. Screen time, that's one thing ruining your life. You're wasting so much of your life. We spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping. We're also probably going to be spending now another third of that on our phones. I've now made a conscious effort to not scroll or consume any sort of short form content. And here's another psychological thing that goes on with scrolling and your brain. So there's this thing in your brain, I don't know what's called, it's a psychological term, with loops and open loops. So when you're scrolling and you find a video that's entertainment or it's educational and it piques your curiosity, you have an open loop and your brain wants to close that loop. So if you don't get that within the first 3 to 5 seconds, which is how short our attention spans are now, you're going to swipe. So think of that in real life. If you're talking to someone having a real life conversation, your brain is like, I want to get to the end of this conversation within 3 to 5 seconds because that's what I'm used to. Every single day I'm used to getting to the end of the loop, closing the loop within 3 to 5 seconds. How could that benefit your life at all? Obviously distraction, that kind of ties in with time. You're spending so much of your time on your phone, which it's a distraction from your real life. Obviously your work, you're distracting yourself from any sort of work you could be doing, whether it's physical work, going to the gym, working out, training, if it's work on your business, if you have your own business, if it's college work, if you're in college. It's fogging your brain. It's putting so much shit information and just clogging it up that you're not going to be able to think clearly. You're not going to be able to sit down and do any sort of deep work, and you're going to procrastinate. You're going to be, no matter what sort of niche you're watching or consuming, even if it's motivational or educational videos, it's still not doing the thing that you should be doing. You're completely distracted. Present moment. The best place to be is the present moment because that's the only thing that exists. And your phones and scrolling and watching everyone else's lives is completely taking you out of that present moment. It's putting you into the past, watching people's past lives, and you're going to think about yourself in that, and you're going to compare yourself to them in the past, and you're going to watch people's lives currently going on and what they have going on in the future, and you're going to compare yourself to them as well. So also it ties into comparison and how that is going to put you down, and now that's going to have a negative effect on you. My little matcha tea. So energy consuming, and it ties into attention span and focus. Some of you might think that scrolling, consuming things on your phone doesn't take a lot of energy. It's purely consuming your energy. It's not just you consuming content. It's completely using up all of your energy. Try scrolling your phone for a few hours, get off it and do any sort of work. I know, for example, whenever I scroll on my phone for even 30 minutes to an hour of just shit, one, I don't even remember any of the videos I just watched. Now this is where I'm saying I'm trying to cut out short form content. I remember the YouTube videos I watched because they were long. I had to actually focus on the second by second. It wasn't just 3 to 5 seconds, flick, flick, flick. When you're watching short form content and you're consuming your TikTok and your Instagram Reels, whatever it is, your YouTube Shorts, you're straight after it. I feel anxious. I feel like there's something going on that's coming up. Like you have that nervous feeling of something's happening, or you need to know about something, or as soon as you put the phone down. So that's how bad it is. It's like, it's literally a drug. You're getting withdrawal symptoms from your phone. Try scrolling your phone normally and then just put it down and sit there for 30 minutes. I bet you can't do that. It's the first 10 minutes of that is going to feel like shit. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel this weird sensation of like you need to do something, or there's something that has to be done, or that's how I feel anyway. So it's clearly not good for you. So why do we do it? No success without focus. So anyone who has goals or aims to be successful, or a successful business or a successful career, or they have any sort of goals in life, they're not going to come through short and quick bursts of effort, which is what I wrote down at the bottom as well. They're not going to come through quick and short bursts of effort. They're going to come through long, continuous, consistent and persistent forms of effort for a long period of time. No such thing as overnight success, which also is why the younger generation is so messed up, because they want to be successful, which is great. It's good. They can see a vast majority, and they can see now, because of phones, they can see now a new world of what is possible, which I think is good. So don't get me wrong, there is pros and cons to the phone. You can see a new perspective of life and really change your perspective on life and see what is really possible. But that also makes people think they're seeing all of the highlights of thousands, not hundreds of thousands of people online that are at their peak in life. Like every single successful person that you see online, just thinking like Alex Hormozy, Gary Vee, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all the fitness influencers, content creators, you're seeing them at their peak. And for the younger generation, they're seeing that, and they'll also see things that are good, of people being like, you can do anything you want in life, you can live this life. But what they don't realize is, and what they don't tell them, is that it's going to take years of consistent hard work. They think that they can just post a few videos, believe in themselves, and get to that final point and get that result. And I think that is mostly because of the message that's being told and their attention spans. They can't focus on things for a long time. They can't focus on things that need to be done, the hard work, the boring things, for a long period of time, because that's what's going to get them successful. It's not going to be exciting and dopamine spiking and really interesting and intriguing the whole way to the top. As closer and closer you get to the top, there's less and less people, but the views from the top are much better than the views from the bottom. But the bottom is always crowded. So think, if you want to be successful, what are now 99% of people doing? They're on the phone, they're scrolling, their dopamine is spiked up through the roof. The first thing they do when they wake up is grab their phone, go onto Instagram, go onto TikTok, scroll. Their day is fucked. They're already fucked. They're already distracted. If you can cut out that distraction and just focus on the work you need to do, you know you need to do. And if you don't know what you need to do, then you need to get off your fucking phone anyway and figure out what you need to do and what you want to do. Because being on your phone and watching these people and watching these videos isn't going to help you figure out what you need to do or what you want to do. Hopefully this video helps anyone at all, even if it gets more than 5 views, 5 people who need that advice. Because I know my younger self needed that advice. If you want to be successful and you want to achieve any of your goals in life, and you want to live that life that you have in your head, you need to get off your phone, because the phone, the thing in your hand 24/7, is the biggest distraction in your life. Get that out and you'll have so much more time, energy and focus to put into real work. And when you do that, you'll actually start to enjoy the real work. So you're like, oh wow, I'm actually getting real dopamine from this. I'm getting real results. Replace the dopamine you're getting with hard work, with going to the gym, with real work, with spending time with your family, your friends, your loved ones. So that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers.